Let's work on some of our sun. First things I want to actually, before I want to just take and apply material till I remember to ground and all this, so we have it kind of same type material in the back. So what I'm going to do is first take sun, and let's place it sun maybe on from this side. Let's take a bit down. Just look on the shadows. I want to create kind of some open but a little bit more shadows on this side. We'll see in a second when we'll start more modifying how it's come up. I'm going with atmosphere editor, and we go lighting, and we'll take, of course, we'll go with global radiosity. Okay, let's change ambient light to more desaturated, kind of, darker. Let's give it us nice saturation. Okay, and one thing actually that I want to use a little bit more in an ambient light here. So this is giving us interesting effect of that. Okay, let's go to add maybe a little bit more on the clouds. And sometimes what is happening, if it doesn't refresh, you may want to start reloaded. Sometimes it does have it kind of does not refresh very fast on that. So let's add some clouds, and I will preview in a second. I want to add just dark cumulus clouds. Okay, and just let's put opacity all the way. And this is almost everything except add altitude variation. Let me review. So it's kind of does not replace, but it's give me. You can see with increasing ambient light, we have a nice already look a little bit of the fall. So when we start adding additional kind of effect, it will become better. Okay, I think okay, and it's already have this semi-painting effect. I'm feeling it's not yet up to the on a coloring, but it still be there. Okay, so let's go to the sky fog and haze, and we'll kind of rework on this. One thing what I want to do it is take my sky and make much saturation, so it will bring this effect. Okay. Okay, so let's, before I continue with atmosphere, what I want to do, I want to actually hide these layers, just make a little bit easy on a video card to render. Sometimes that may happen, so we'll go to back to atmosphere editor. Just keep a little bit more on working what we have here. One thing I want to do it is take my aerial perspective pop-up, so it will give us this kind of distant look a little bit. Also, you know what, let's increase fog, and we'll see how they will look. Okay, and let's take our haze color. Okay, and maybe put this towards a little bit more, kind of brownish. This will give us this nice fall look. Okay, also pop up a little bit higher. I think this is okay for preview, so let's preview, see what we have it. So you can see we have a nice already fall look. Maybe add a little bit more contrast to some clouds, like decrease increase details, decrease scale a little bit, so we have it more interesting. But mostly what I will look right here, we have a nice haze for going right on the back, right this corner a little bit too wide, so I need to put it something on the back. Maybe even just take terrain and extend, or take this terrain, extend it, so this will look a little bit more that way. So let me go ahead, take terrain, just extend it. Here. So you know what, let's copy terrain and place it. So I'm just kind of want cover. I don't want to have it too heavy, but this thing right here was kind of does look very natural as well. And of course we can add even more plants, maybe right around that. So we'll have it. Let's go to the trees. Let's just some add more right behind right here. Okay, just taken. Yeah, right. Maybe like this. So let's add kind of nicer details. And you know what? Let's add another winter tree, maybe in a corner right here. So we have it. Okay, right here. Kind of work a bit on the backs and right around there as well. So you can see sometimes you can start rendering and it just doesn't look right. You start adding like right here, leave it empty this corner. So what I want to do, I want to kind of fill a little bit right here. So we'll be not too empty but not too open. Okay, now back to our atmosphere editor. Okay, let's even increase more our haze, so kind of background going this way. Maybe, you know what, let's increase glow intensity from the point of the sun, but same time reduce a little bit of distribution of this light, so we have it a little bit more brighter on one side and kind of darker going. You can see kind of nice moving dark going this way. Okay, haze probably around. Fog, maybe we'll play a little bit even more, and it's kind of neat look on this one. Let's take a little bit down on a decay. Okay, and you know what, let's pop up, make more pastel colors, more paint kind of almost colors. An interesting effect, if you take your atmosphere, pop up a little bit higher, is give you this kind of perception of the pastel colors. It's a very nice effect. Okay, on the clouds, it's how I said before, we can just let's take maybe a little bit down, so we have a kind of more interesting details going around here with clouds. Okay, our color about same. Okay, this way. Maybe we should just create one on a back. So let's just bring this kind of back to this. Some right here on the background asking for some more interesting clouds, so we can maybe try to create those ones. Okay, sharpness, filter, maybe details a little bit higher. Okay, I think this one is about right. We can add a few more. For example, we can add additional clouds over, just pop up opacity and take the density a little bit down. So just add kind of additional layer. Okay, we'll just take them down maybe 200 meters. So just add this smoothness over rough. If you look, this one is kind of sharp and give it nice texture details. This one will be a little bit smooth, and they add this kind of smooth fall haziness over those clouds, so it's make some nice effect. Okay, look at the variation. Okay, we're done with this. Let's go check light, and right here maybe I want to change this one a little bit more to kind of greenish. So let's brown greenish light. It will give us more coloring on the ground. Okay, maybe even somewhat reddish, so that our ground will color this way. Right here, just a little bit darker. Okay, control intensity on this. We will boost up probably a little bit on the quality before render. So in sun, it's about right here. Okay, we can take and just increase slightly softness on our shadows. It's already very soft, but what I want to keep it's this kind of very soft, rainy, somewhat fall feeling for this. Okay, let's render preview. Okay, so lighting okay, but something is not right for me in composition. So this tree is too big, so I probably want to switch and a little bit increase maybe right here. This has become too heavy, so let me kind of rework on those trees. Okay, I'm going to enable our tree layer, and has something doesn't look too heavy with these dry trees and everything, so I'm trying to rework this as well. This red tree right here, shrinking, make it smaller, let this stand up, and maybe add more details to some of them. So it's kind of when you start working, you can see which ones will work. Like this one, this is too big, so we'll shrink down the winter tree and maybe move them on the back. These stand out too much as well, so we need to add some more right there. So let's go do this way. This tree I want to probably bring closer, right here. And you know what, let's even kind of move down. Okay, we'll have that one. Okay, this one tree maybe just move even far right here. It was to close this winter trees, which kind of nice things to do, but again it was take too much attention, so I still want to keep it, but I'll put it right on the back right there. Okay, this one tree need to come closer maybe. Okay, and this winter tree, shrink it. Yeah, okay. That tree, lime tree. So right here we'll go. So you can see just sometimes it just doesn't look right. So maybe not even or too messy, or maybe it is too much sometimes, so kind of does not create this lightness and kind of coldness of the winter. Okay, this one tree I want to actually make it smaller and move it so we have it little bit more opening, and this tree does not overwhelm too much. Okay, so we okay on that settings. This is probably look a little bit better, a little bit cleaner, give it some more interesting points of the interest for your eyes to go and go over. So let me go ahead, take a sun position. also kind of seeing position a little bit lower, so we have it. And actually with position, you can see with sun now we have a little bit more this kind of coldish look, so this is what I'm going for. Okay, I think let's go render one more time on a preview. We'll see how it's going, and if look right, probably going to have our final render. Oh, actually, you know what, before I did this, I noticed let me change water. I did notice the color, I kind of don't like it. It is, I want to create more cyan color, and water was a little bit too bluish for me, so we'll have it kind of more greenish, a little bit more color add to the water. Okay, so let's load it, and in a small preview I can see, yeah, it's a little bit too dark, so let's go to a little bit more cyan color. So just a little bit. Okay, here we'll increase, and maybe smaller reflection. So let's go highlights, make it a little bit less from the dome, a little bit more. So this one, pop-up bumps a little bit up. Okay, I think this is about right. So let's go ahead, render our preview. Okay, I think we kind of ready. Couple, again, it's like always you work, you look on this. I may want to move this a little bit more far away, so it's a little bit more haze distance on this. Maybe take this darker, even I like lighting up bottom of the river, so a little bit better colors pop up. But it's, I think it's right for the final render. So go ahead. We'll go to transparency. Yeah, that one is right. We'll go to the terrain, and I'm just going over rocks, and we're actually going to edit to bring it lighter color. Okay, so we'll light up this one. Let's go to atmosphere editor and just bring back our lighting. Okay, and let's brighten up maybe even more. Okay. So kind of bright up some of these clouds. Look good. We'll pop up a little bit more on the sky fog, just a little bit more glowing from the side. Let's take our sun, bring pitch up so we don't have it too dark. Okay, as well, actually on atmosphere editor, I want to bring this least to about 0 on a cloud quality, and in lighting just a little bit overall quality of the lighting pop up. So we're going to go ahead and let's save it this work. And what we're going to do next, it is render least in final quality, and I'm going to render not the highest resolution. So for the tutorial we kind of can go over, and we'll after work more in Photoshop and enhance, bring some inside some sharpness, just to rework, make it more look like illustrations. So I'm going to render 1600 by 900 for this, and at least set it final. You can set higher qualities if you want it for your render, but again it will take a longer time, and for the tutorial I don't want kind of keeping very long run. So I'm going to start render, and probably will take about a couple hours. So I'll come back after render is completed.